Entertainment's podcast. My name is Evan Hines, and this is
Tom Clark.
And we are going to be talking about general NFL news and predictions.
So today we're going to start off with the Detroit Lions. How do you feel about the running back situation? DeAndre Swift getting drafted? Not sold?
Swift is definitely a rookie, but I'm not sure how it's going to handle it. He could be good, it could not be, but carry on. Don't love him. He has no vision for running holes.
Injury prone.
And yeah, he's injury prone. So we'll see what happens.
I could see them running a two-back system with those two, and I see that being more successful than them having one workhorse.
Oh, definitely. Swift was outstanding in college. We'll just see how he translates to the NFL.
Yeah. How do you feel about Galladay this year?
Galladay's a beast. I like him a lot. But is he a number one receiver? What do you think?
I think he is.
You think he's a number one?
Not a top tier number one, but he's a number one.
What do you have him ranked at?
I could see him in the second tier for sure.
Second tier?
Yeah, I could see him in the second tier.
1,000 yards?
He can get up. Yeah, 1,000 yards. 1,000
All
yards. I see that. What about you?
Not sold on a winning team's top number one receiver. We could see. Definitely a good solid number two. Great number two. But number one, I need more proof.
Yeah, he could be a number one in some spaces, but I mean, if you got likes of like Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, Michael Thomas, Devontae Adams, he's not those guys.
Close.
You still do have Marvin Jones. He's a good deep threat. Hopefully Hawkinson can pick it up this year.
Hawkinson, what are your thoughts on him?
I mean, after he tried to hurdle somebody, he got a concussion. I was at that game. I was at that game, saw that, and I was like, oh my gosh.
What game was that again?
Kansas City.
Oh, you definitely were there. Okay.
Yeah, that was a close one.
Now, are you sold on Stafford as our quarterback? Do you want him as our quarterback still?
I want him as our quarterback, but I think he'll succeed somewhere else. He'll have more success somewhere else. Much more success.
I definitely agree with that. I don't think he's right for our system. Now, with our coaching hasn't worked well with him. We've had some very boring plays, boring calls. Hasn't done much in terms of winning. He's had some good stats years, but he just hasn't got platform.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that boils down from ownership. I think the Fords need to sell.
Oh, I agree.
Jeff Bezos,
100%
he needs to buy.
I agree. 100%.
We just gut out the entire system.
Yeah, it definitely needs to
Which that would mean trading Stafford or letting his contract expire, which I guess I'm okay with.
Well, what do you think about the draft this year? Did you like it?
I did like the draft. I was hoping we would take Tua, not gonna lie, a little bit, but I'm okay.
Yeah,
the guy I liked the most was Isaiah Simmons, though. I loved Isaiah Simmons. He can play anywhere. Anywhere on the field.
I love Chase Young, too.
That's the one guy that I really, really wanted was Chase Young. But I knew for a fact that we were not going to have the opportunity to take Chase Young.
Oh, no. He's too good. Simmons, you could have got.
Simmons, we had the chance to get. Tua, we had the chance to get.
We blew it, and we got...
I mean, I'm okay with Okuda. He is a
Okuda's
lockdown
a solid corner.
We did lose Slay, but Slay didn't want to be here.
Okuda is pretty fast.
Yeah, he's
decent height.
He's gonna be a great addition.
It's fantastic.
But I still feel like that with Matt Patricia at the helm, it's gonna be bad.
Patricia was worshipped as a defensive guru in New England, and then he came to Detroit to be a head coach, and our defense has not gotten any better.
Worse.
In my opinion, it's gotten worse.
Worse.
And it's not winning. He's not cutting it.
Since Bob Quinn has taken over that GM job, I feel like our roster has gotten worse.
Oh, definitely.
And the only reason Matt Patricia is what he is because he was in New England and because he had Bill Belichick and Tom Brady there.
Exactly.
That was the only reason Patricia was anything. It's the only reason he got a job. I mean, after we heard he was going to be coming to Detroit, and they played against the Eagles with Nick Foles and got shit on, that rubbed me the wrong way, and I always felt that he wasn't going to be much here.
Yeah. It's been bad for us Lions fans for a while.
Yeah, there ain't no doubt about that one.
We need something new.
We need a better coach, better GM.
What do you have us going next year, record-wise?
Record-wise?
Yeah.
Realistically?
4-12.
4-12.
4-12? I concur that.
Yeah. It's not looking bright.
Let's move on to Green Bay. Green Bay had a solid season last year. Fell short because of no receivers, no help for Aaron Rodgers, obviously.
And look what they did in the draft.
Exactly. Look what they did in the draft.
Oh.
First round pick, Jordan Love. first round pick, you get a quarterback Jordan Love when you already have Aaron Rodgers.
If you want to build for a championship, right now you have Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't have a whole lot of time left.
Exactly.
He does not have a whole lot of time left. You needed to give him a weapon. And
you know he can win one. He's already won one.
Yeah, and you failed to do that.
MVP twice.
Yep.
Why would you draft a young quarterback in Utah State in the first round? You could say they're doing like they did with him and Brett Favre, but I don't think it's going to be good for the team when you could draft a nice receiver.
Yeah, they're going to be on the... Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with Jordan Love in the next couple of years.
Receiver at all. They drafted a second round. They got running back A.J. Dillon.
Yeah, I mean, I like Aaron Jones a lot. I think he did great.
Aaron Jones was fantastic.
Williams was a good change of pace back.
Yep.
I don't see why that pick was necessary.
Jones was fantastic.
They should have got him a receiver. Like, you see what Denver did.
Yep.
Drafted 3 receivers quick.
Third round, they got tight end from Cincinnati, Josiah DeGuara.
Oh, hopefully he can do it.
I don't know much about him, but I know they lost Jimmy Graham.
Yep.
They did need a tight end, but I think they should have got a receiver in the first round still.
Yeah, they definitely needed a receiver.
And in the fifth round, they had no fourth round pick. The fifth round, they got linebacker Kamal Martin from Minnesota. Obviously, a fifth round pick. Probably not as big of a game changer.
Yeah.
Still got a receiver, just in case. Get lucky, maybe? I don't know.
But no, they didn't.
Overall, how do you think Green Bay as a team and players did last year?
Overall, I felt like Aaron Rodgers showed signs of decline. Not hard, just some. Started to show them.
I agree.
But it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. It was still good quarterback play.
No, he still played fantastic. He's still good out there. He just wasn't as good. You could say it's because he didn't have any help.
He didn't have any help.
He didn't have any help.
All he had was Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams.
And then you got his receivers were doing nothing. You got Geronimo Allison.
Oh, Geronimo.
You got Austin. Is Austin Johnson even still there?
I think he's been gone for a little while now.
There you go. I still got new.
Yeah. All right, so for Chicago, what do you got their record going?
Chicago. That's tough.
Well, first of all, who's going to play quarterback?
That's a good question.
Who the hell is going to play quarterback for Chicago this year? Big Dick Nick or Mitchell Trubisky?
I think Nick should. But I'm not sure, just depending on... They seem like they're sold on Trubisky.
Gardner just beat him out. They just shipped Foles back out and said, all right, see you later, dude.
Foles also won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he as a backup quarterback, he did win a Super Bowl.
And then the next year when Wentz got injured again, Foles still played better than that season, too.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think Trubisky was completely garbage last year.
I think
2 years ago,
Trubisky
he was all right.
Garbage overall.
His first season, he was all right. Nothing special.
Yeah.
Last year, he was complete shit.
And he got picked before Mahomes and Watson. That's tough, man.
Yeah.
That's real tough.
They really wanted him, but he did nothing.
Yeah, the Bears probably kicking their asses for that one.
But the running backs, what do you think about the running backs right now?
I think Montgomery's going to take over that job as a workhorse back, and Cohen's going to be like the third down
Alright, so like a
receiving back.
A Darren Sproles type of guy.
Yep.
Screenplays, maybe outside routes.
Yeah, tosses.
I can see that.
But
makes sense.
Montgomery's going to take over the main role, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
They still have Allen Robinson up there.
And then you got Robinson's out there. Robinson was exceptional in Jacksonville. Died off a little bit because who Blake Bortles.
Yeah,
Mr. Trash Can himself.
That was your boy, Evan.
Yeah,
that was your boy.
Yeah, well, I regret it now. And then we got defense. They have a stellar defense by several years.
Mac.
Cool.
That's all I gotta say is Mac.
Cool. Yeah.
He's a game changer. Once he got to Chicago from Oakland, he totally changed the whole culture and how they played. And
he never did before, but like with him coming there, just their defense.
He tore it up.
Yep.
Tore it up. That man wanted to get paid. Oakland said, "We're not paying you." Well, John Gruden said, "We're not paying you."
John Gruden said that.
And then he goes to Chicago.
Gruden shipped him like an idiot.
Yeah. And Gruden shipped Cooper. Cooper wasn't doing anything there though. Cooper was looking like a bum there. Goes to Dallas. He starts doing great.
Exactly.
A lot of that has to do with change of scenery.
So what's the lesson here, Gruden? Don't treat your guys the way that are good.
Yeah.
Always your better players, because right now it's looking like you're just doing nothing about football.
I wonder who's going to start in Oakland now. Mariota or Carr? I still think Carr starts the
Carr,
season.
Carr had a monster season a couple years ago.
Until he broke his leg.
Broke his leg. Came back, wasn't the same. Still isn't the same. And then Mariota, he's had some spurts of greatness. Not greatness, honestly, good. It was good.
Yeah, he had some good stints in him.
He had some good stints.
Until Ryan Tannehill came there and
But then he also
flipped his life upside down.
He also had some really bad games.
Terrible games.
Obviously wasn't cutting it considering they put in Ryan Tannehill, who hasn't done shit for his whole career, really.
Yep.
And then he was carried to the championship, conference championship.
Derrick fucking Henry. All right, what about Minnesota? How do you think they're gonna stack up?
Losing Stephon Diggs definitely hurts them.
Yeah.
Considering the way Cousins has been playing.
Cousins has not been playing.
Losing a big target like him.
Cousins can't win a primetime game anyways.
That's true, yeah.
He has a terrible record primetime.
Awful.
Dalvin Cook, what do you think about him?
I think Dalvin's a monster. I think he's a top 5 running back.
He is really good.
I think he's definitely top 5. Just based on last year, I don't think there's a debate at that last year he wasn't top 5.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely showed out last year.
Fantastic last year. He's gotten injured a couple times, but nothing big.
Yeah. He screwed me out of a fantasy football championship, though, I'll tell you that. That made me very, very angry.
Derek Carr did for me.
Yeah.
Broke his leg, screwed me in the championship.
I think Thielen's alright. He might see more
he's
volume.
He's stats, but I don't think he's as good as his stats.
He's more of the touchdown guy. Or like the...
It's very easy to get open.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs there.
Yeah, that's he's going to have a lot more pressure.
And then also a lot of corners, a lot of good corners, Pro Bowl corners were saying they just underestimated him being white.
Yeah.
Thinking he was slow.
Yeah. Like
being slower.
That's how I felt like they treated McCaffrey at first, too. The white running back, can't pop him.
I mean, they're stupid, though, because if you haven't watched him in college, you would know he's fast.
Yeah. I was surprised they gave, was it Stewart, McCaffrey's rookie year?
Yeah.
Still, I don't know why they gave him so many looks. Don't understand.
Oh yeah, they weren't sold on McCaffrey yet.
I was straight sold on that, man.
You were.
I've been sold on McCaffrey forever. I saw him in Stanford. I was like, dang, this dude shit on Barry Sanders' son.
He's so fluid, so loose. He gets open. He's so good.
He reminds me of Barry, but I think he's faster and stronger than Barry was.
Think he's stronger than Barry? I think he's probably faster than Barry. I don't know if he's stronger.
Barry was just slippery.
I mean,
Barry was slippery as
shit. Get jacked.
Yeah,
he got
jacked. I'm talking about right now. He is swole right now.
He is swole right now.
How do you feel about Tampa Bay? Gronk and Brady picked up a lineman for Tom.
I feel like Gronk will be come back just as good as before. Eventually, at least.
Yeah, he took some time off.
First game, maybe not, but I feel like by the end of the season, he'll be in good shape.
Because there was reports of him training before
he was signed.
Before
so they knew something.
That was before Brady even signed with Tampa. He was training. He knew Brady was leaving. So he was like, okay, well, maybe I can come back if he's not in New England.
True.
And he said before, the only quarterback he'll ever play for again is Tom Brady. Nobody else.
I think with Tampa Bay, I think the big question mark is Tampa's defense and Tom Brady.
Yeah. Brady showed decline.
Terrible decline. Last year, he was awful. He looked awful.
He looked old, slow. He's always been slow.
He was old. To the playoffs because his defense was so freaking amazing.
That defense is probably one of the best defenses I've ever watched.
They had shutouts week in and week out.
Constantly picking off guys, forcing fumbles.
Tom just looked like he was just tired, just throwing some soft balls.
He did look tired.
They weren't bullets anymore.
No. He looked like Phillip Rivers throwing the ball.
And they were kind of floaters. What do you have a record for Tampa Bay going next year? Based on what you think they're going to do.
Bay.
You think Brady's going to be good again? I think Gronk will be back to what he was.
I see playoffs in their future.
Think playoffs? I think if Brady plays well, which I think, I can't say he won't because he's been doing so well in general.
Yeah.
I want to say playoffs. I want to say 97.
So they got the Saints first game of the year.
I think, depending on already Gronk is,
Mm-hmm.
and Tom Brady.
You also have Godwin and Evans on the outside, along with Gronk.
Oh, they got so many weapons. You still have Cameron Brady as a backup tight end still.
Is O.J. Howard still there, or did he go somewhere else?
O.J. Howard, I think, is still there.
Yeah, so I still have O.J. O.J. didn't do shit last year, though.
O.J. has no really shit ever.
See, they play against the NFC North this year. I figure they'll lose to the Chiefs. I could probably see them at
Chiefs are too high powered now. They
11-5.
had a good comeback against San Fran in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I could see 11-5.
11-5. I want to retract my comments at 9-7. Probably 9-7, maybe 10-6.
Yeah, I could see 10-6 too. So I figure they'll probably beat the Giants, beat the Raiders. I don't know if they'll beat the Packers, but the Packers don't have any weapons.
And there could be upsets depending on injuries and depending on how they play.
Yeah.
I don't think Gronk. I don't. My opinion completely is Gronk won't be ready game one. Maybe not. But I do think eventually in the season he will be back to what he was.
Yeah,
or at least close to it.
Yeah.
Now, do you think Gronk back on his prime? Gronk next year, no, if he's back to what he was, or even close to it. Do you think he's better than George Kittle and Travis Kelce?
If he's back to what he was in his prime? Mm-hmm. Oh, all day.
Or, maybe not prime. Close to it, maybe his prime.
Close to his prime? Gronk was like one of the greatest tight ends of all time in his prime.
I agree.
You know, I
Kelce has been having some ridiculous number of yards.
Kittle lost Emmanuel Sanders on the outside because he is now with New Orleans.
Yep.
I see Kittle's numbers going up because of that move alone.
Oh, definitely.
But I mean, Kittle last year had a monster year as it was. So that's
Kittle's early in his prime.
Yes.
He's just starting to hit it. He could even be better next year. We don't even know.
Yeah, he could even be better.
And we could be having a completely different conversation next year about who's better in their prime, Kittle or Gronk. We'll find out.
Ain't wrong about that.
And Kelce's been Kelce. He's been a monster. Yeah. I think he's sort of like a wannabe Gronk in terms of his attitude.
Yeah.
The way he acts, he's kind of like trying to be the next Gronk. Obviously, he kind of is. He's just almost as good as Gronk was, and his numbers are insane.
Yeah, his numbers are astronomical.
Well, then you also have Pat Mahomes, he's throwing a lot of yards.
Pat Mahomes is Pat Mahomes. That's that.
He's enough said. MVP,
That's that.
MVP, Super Bowl, enough said. 2 years.
Seriously, enough said. Do want to see how the Saints, not the Saints, but the Ravens do. They add Calais Campbell.
Ooh,
that is going to be
that's a help.
And they drafted Queen on the outside as a linebacker. So I mean, their defense is going to be even better. Their defense was pretty good last year.
The defense was solid last year.
I don't know if it was good enough to stop the Chiefs, which I don't think it was.
I mean, when they played San Fran, they did exceptionally well against them.
Yeah.
Because in terms of San Fran, they stopped Baltimore pretty.
I still can't get over Tennessee's run in the playoffs.
Yeah, Derrick Henry
took out New England, took out
deal.
Took out Baltimore. You take out New England and Baltimore. That's big right there. That's huge.
New England was definitely not in their best shape just because Brady wasn't Brady.
Yeah, they basically had to rely on their defense. Their defense won them. I can't remember the exact number, like 7 or 8 games of
at least
just defensive points scored.
Defensive points. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like picks.
It's unfathomable. If you really think about it. Baltimore. I think the biggest thing was Baltimore losing them. Baltimore was losing in general.
Yeah.
Everyone had Baltimore and San Fran, or Baltimore, New Orleans, or maybe Kansas City. They weren't as good at a point, but they picked it back up when Mahomes got a little bit more healthy.
After you tried that QB sneak, after I traded him to you.
Yep, that was bad. That hurt me a lot. Thanks a lot for that.
You still made playoffs. That was alright.
I still made the semifinals.
Yeah. That was definitely good.
All right, right now we're going to start it off with players ranked at each position. We're going to start off with me. I'm going to have quarterback. Number 1 is going to be Patrick Mahomes. He had 4,000 yards last year, 26 touchdowns, receptions, and was second in the league in QBR. We got our running backs. We have Christian McCaffrey as number 1 with 116 receptions, 187 yards rushing, and 15 rushing touchdowns. We got our receiver. We have Julio Jones with 99 receptions, 1,394 yards, 6 touchdowns. And then we have tight end Travis Kelce, who has 97 receptions, 1,229 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Off to you, Tom.
Well, McCaffrey, Mahomes, same ordeal there. Receiver-wise, though, I went with Michael Thomas. The guy just had a stupid year. 149 receptions, 1,725 receiving yards, 9 touchdowns, and averaged 107 yards per game.
I agree.
That's huge.
He's my third.
Huge. Tight end, I have, I have George Kittle. That's because I'm just a big Kittle fan.
I can see that. Kittle's definitely there.
If I wasn't a big Kittle fan, it'd be a different story. But definitely Mahomes and McCaffrey, it can't go wrong there.
Oh, never.
Can't go wrong with Julio and Hopkins either.
I feel like Mahomes and McCaffrey is no-brainer.
That's a lock, no brainer. I mean, you could say Lamar, but
I think he did win Super Bowl. Enough said.
Yeah, Mahomes finished the job. Even though he was hurt, came back, won the Super Bowl.
Came back and played out of his mind.
That was
huge.
McCaffrey,
you can't argue with stats there.
Yeah, I mean...
He was their whole offense.
What did I say? 23. Just insane.
He was...
Thousand.
The whole offense, Panthers.
The entire offense.
The entire offense was
the whole
him.
year. Stayed healthy.
Cam didn't love that when he was playing, when he wasn't injured.
Yeah, no, he made a comment about him being on somebody's fantasy team and saying that's why he's doing what he's doing. And I don't know, where do you think Cam is gonna go? What do you think is gonna happen with Cam?
I honestly have no idea. Right now they're saying no one wants him.
Yeah.
Like, too much things that people are just not going after him. I get it. He's egotistical. He wants to be the superstar. He wants to be the Superman. Agree.
Unless they really want to run with Jared over there.
With Belichick. Just wouldn't happen.
Yeah, I don't see those they'd probably butt that. Yeah, no.
They're at it, which is not be a match.
Not at all.
You got Cam and him are very very special people.
Yeah, they're special people.
They get really pissed off when people don't listen to them. Or when I'm at the start of the show. You got Cam, who wants to be the number one player. You got Belichick, who wants everything he says to be law.
He wants his shit. He runs a tight ship.
Oh, definitely.
Very tight ship over there. I mean, that's probably why they have 6 rings in 20 years.
Exactly.
Nobody else has done that.
Not even close.
Not this fast.
Not ever.
Yeah.
6 rings? Never.
That's, I wish Brady would have retired in New England.
Oh, I agree there. That's just, I just hate how that happened.
I guess
he leaves them when he's like 42, 43?
42 right now.
42?
Gone.
Alright, so now we're going to be going off with defensive players. Each position I have for my defensive tackle, I have Aaron Donald, who had 29 solo tackles last year, 12.5 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. Then on defensive end, I have Nick Bosa, who had 32 solo tackles, 9 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 1 interception. Then outside linebacker, I have Khalil Mack, we all know Khalil Mack's a beast, who had solo 40 tackles, 8.5 sacks, and 5 forced fumbles. Middle linebacker, my boy Bobby Wagner, had 86 solo tackles, 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 1 interception. At cornerback, we have New England's great Stephon Gilmore, who had 44 tackles solo, 6 interceptions, and 20 pass deflections. At free safety, we have Harrison Smith with 65 solo tackles, 3 forced fumbles, 3 interceptions, and 11 pass deflections. And then at strong safety, we have Jamal Adams with 61 solo tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 1 interception, and 7 pass deflections.
Yeah, I agree with pretty much all those. Except defensive end, I got Barrett. He had a pick, 58 total tackles, 19.5 sacks.
It's a monster year.
That was a huge year. I don't know if he can repeat that. I think Nick Bosa is going to take over that reign, or maybe Baby Watt.
Yeah.
Well, Baby Watt, he plays outside backer sometimes, goes down to the end. Mac Attack, his numbers, his play speaks for itself. Pure strength, pure ability. His brother actually just signed with Chicago.
Oh, really?
Undrafted free agent.
Obviously, Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, Bobby Wagner. That man can go anywhere.
He can ball. He's a monster. Good every year.
Yeah.
Year in, year out.
Gilmore really surprised me this year, though.
Oh, I agree.
He really showed that he can play.
He had a monster year. Tied for the most interceptions in the league this year with 6 interceptions.
Good numbers.
Great numbers. A lot of pass deflections.
Mm-hmm.
Good tackles.
I liked Harrison Smith, definitely, for the free safety. Came down hard a lot. That's a guy that can do it all.
Oh, yeah.
Very few flaws in his game. Jamal Adams, though, that guy was something else. I can't believe the Jets were talking about trading him. I think Adam Gase, he's not a good coach.
He's not smart. He's saying about being the best safety in the league. I think he's personally better than Harrison Smith, too. Just not based on just safeties in general.
Yeah. Yep.
He's easily the best safety, in my opinion. Not, of course, but numbers don't lie.
Not at all. Not at all. Overall defense, though, that New England defense overall put in some stupid work.
New England's defense, yeah, they monster defense. You couldn't really stop that.
Just insane what they were able
but then
to
you
pull
have
off.
Derrick Henry, first player that season, who really did work besides, Deshaun Watson and Lamar Jackson, who obviously did some work on that defense.
Yeah. But Derrick Henry was on a whole other level.
Oh, he went beast mode.
Literally, beast mode.
All right, Tom. Well, who do you have? What players do you have to watch out for next year? Who do you think's going to be making a big statement next year, including rookies?
Well, McCaffrey already made his statement. Lamar made his statement. Mahomes, we all know who Mahomes is. Rookie-wise, I think Joe Burrow could have a decent year. A.J. Green's still going to be there.
I agree.
Joe Mixon's a good back. Well, can be a good back. If you get him into space. I don't see him as much of a through-the-tackles guy, in between the tackles, but get him into space, he'll be all right. I think Jonathan Taylor will have a decent year over there in Indy. I think he'll have a solid year. Watch out for Josh Jacobs, though. That guy's going to be working on his pass catching. Rushed for over 1,000 yards in his rookie season. I can see big things out of him. Devin Bush, I think he's going to take another step. Nick Bosa, another guy I think is going to take another big leap. What do you think?
Definitely. I can agree with almost everything you said there. Well, pretty much everything you said there, including Josh Jacobs. I think he's gonna blow up next year completely, or at least just make a lot bigger step and more impact on his team.
Yeah, especially in the receiving end.
Oh, of course. He's gonna work on that pass game. If he gets pass catching done, he's gonna be a monster even more than he already is. I think also at tight end, I'm thinking Darren Waller.
Yeah, Darren Waller was good. He was good this year. I think he's going to be even better next year.
Darren Waller was solid. We'll watch over Gronk and Brady, of course.
Yeah.
It's not really new, but they're back together. Brady's on the old. He had a bad season last season. He had an off year. Gronk's been retired. We'll see how that does. And then also with Tampa Bay's defense, we'll see what goes on there. I think, we all know Khalil Mack, always a monster. Jamal Adams, always a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Bosa, I think he's going to just dominate even more than he did this year.
Yeah, I think Baby Watt's going to do even better this year as well.
Baby Watt's going to be a beast.
As long as he can stay healthy, unlike JJ.
Oh, of course. JJ
can stay healthy, he'd be the best.
Oh, I think he'd be one of the best. I don't think he's better than Nick Bosa. Eventually, maybe he is now, but in the future, I think Nick Bosa's better in general. JJ's good, of course, but I think he'd be the top 5.
His injuries really render him down.
Injuries destroy. He has some crazy stats if he played a lot, too.
Yeah.
I think Joey Bosa is going to step up again.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he'll come back, just show off in front of his brother, try to beat him in stats. Aaron Donald, I think he'll clap back next year again, too. Yeah, hopefully the Rams will.
Aaron Donald's only problem was he started the season off slow, and then late in the year he turned it on.
Yeah, he really did. I think another player, everyone's doubting now. They think he's dead. They think he's done. I'm saying Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley
Watch
in
out,
Atlanta?
Todd Gurley in Atlanta. telling you right now, watch out. Gurley's going to
He
come
said
back
right now.
better than ever. Better than ever.
We'll see.
Gurley's going to be a top 5 back again. Quote me on this.
All right. Well, it's
Gurley's going to be
it's
back.
on here now, so we'll see.
He's going to be back. All right, everybody. This is going to be the end of the podcast. Out of topics, out of news. We'll talk to you guys later next week.
Peace.